Let me adjust the camera here a little bit so y'all can see the fire and the flame.
Should we open it up? Is anyone watching right now?
Yeah, it's 14 right now. We'll give y'all a closer look here in just a minute.
Ask if Miss Laura's third grade class is on there.
Hey, Aaron.
Is Miss Laura's
A double fan. And I believe we have a classroom watching, Miss Laura's class,
third grade?
3rd grade class. So, hello to you all if you're watching. I also have another special guest. It's my little guy.
Wave it.
Oh, wave, say hey. He's got his face shield. He's ready to go. But yeah, right now we're at 1,050 degrees and just climbing like 100 degrees an hour until we reach around the top temperature tonight. Hey, Cheryl. Yeah, I'm glad he's helping out again. Seth will be here tonight at midnight. We basically do 6-hour shifts. Campfire overnight and then go up 100 degrees an hour till tonight at midnight. We'll be at like between 22 and 300 degrees Fahrenheit, and we hold that temperature for 6 hours overnight to help get good reduction on all the pots, good atmosphere so it colors the clay, and then also we build up nice amount of wood ash that helps decorate the pots. And then tomorrow morning we switch over to using pine slabs and just rocket the temperature up to 2,400 degrees. And then also that helps get the temperature up in the back of the kiln because pine burns quicker and it has a longer flame. So that helps heat up the temperature in the back. So yeah, you can go ahead and put some more in. Oh yeah, and I'm sorry. For anybody who doesn't know, this is John Schmidt, aka John the Potter on YouTube.
Hey!
From Minnesota.
All the way from Minnesota.
All the way from Minnesota. Came down to help me load and fire this wood kiln, and we'll probably also.
Pots in there too.
Yeah, and he has pots in here too. Yes, quite a few. So if you're interested in his work and being wood fired, he'll have some of that for sale soon. So you want to put a piece of wood in too? All right, just slide it down there. Be careful.
How's it going, everybody? Do we have any?
That's good.
Our top temp will be 2,400 degrees.
I have to put on my face shield. But
Double.
it didn't work.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's been super fun so far. Learning a ton. Matthew is just a bundle of information, as well as a bundle of fun.
Yeah, that's been my nickname for years. Bundle of fun. Oh. How do I forgot how to get to my comments.
You swipe up.
Ah. Oop, no, there it is. Hey, Bert, welcome. Good to see you. Yeah, sound's going in and out on your end. Yeah, I'm probably on my Wi-Fi right now, which I did buy an extender to try to get better signal out here. So, yeah, if not, we'll switch and go to just using my cell phone signal. So y'all let me know if it sounds and the video quality is okay.
So we have the pyrometer over here that tells us we're at 1,062 right now. And we gotta be, 5 minutes ago, we have to be 40 degrees hotter than that. So we're behind.
All right, y'all get busy.
No, it's okay. It ebbs and flows, especially these early parts of the firing, so we don't get too worried about being a stickler on, we set a schedule and we like to keep it, but if it's a little off, it's okay. We can make it up. Hey, Justice, hold up, bud.
That's Miss Laura.
Yeah.
60 people.
Just let it'll go away. Okay.
Hey, Miss Laura's class. I hope you're having a great day. I hope Miss you
guys some snacks for this event. We look forward to seeing you guys soon. We love you, Miss Laura.
Dad, can I put a piece of wood in?
No, not right now. So next time we get ready to put wood in, I'll bring the camera up by the front door and we'll let you look inside the kiln. It's definitely starting to glow inside there from all of the heat from the fire. And yeah, make sure to follow myself and John on Instagram and Facebook, and you can see more of the process on there. As well as after this, we should have plenty of footage to make some sweet videos out of, so for YouTube.
Now we're climbing.
Yep.
1080.
I haven't seen any new comments in a while. You guys still there? Can you hear me okay? Not right now, buddy.
So at what temperature will we put bricks here?
Never.
Never. It'll
Yeah.
stay open the whole
Yeah.
time. At what temperature will we take these bricks out?
Probably like, probably not too long from now, maybe another couple hundred degrees.
And then those will stay out the rest
Yeah.
of the firing.
Yep. You want me to try switching to my cell phone?
1100.
Sweet.
We did it. Small wins.
It's 109. I'm not really good at getting Wi-Fi signal after the event.
Oh, there goes all the
Oh,
comments.
look at all these
one
comments.
time.
Holy smokers.
I think we may have gotten
Oh,
them today.
jeez.
Talk about your firing schedule. What time you stuck at making your reduction firing action? Why is the wood so long? Is this the first time you both met? Wow, so many comments.
Yeah, sorry. All those comments came through at one time. Oh my goodness.
We need another phone setup.
Look at these. Hi, Danielle. Danielle.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Yeah, all those came through at one time.
Have a horsey.
Watching a kiln is more fun than taxes. It certainly is. So I don't know.
Yeah, I just talked about the firing schedule, so if you missed that, I can do that again. I think I'm gonna turn off the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I'm trying to get on here and see what we can get going.
All right. Now somebody let me know how it sounds. Some kind of comment. Make sure it's still connected.
Oh, I can see the comments on my phone.
Oh yeah, we should do that.
I guess I'll have to throw some pots this afternoon. Come on, kiln duty.
Yeah, they're not showing up over here.
Good. Here. Sounds good. Connection works. That's what people are
Sweet.
saying. This is the first time. This is the first time that we've met. We've been chatting back and forth for years now at this point. Matthew was one of my first Kickstarters, and he was actually the one that got me over my threshold that I needed to get my Kickstarter done for the studio. So
Yep.
I will forever be grateful.
Yeah, I attempted a Kickstarter for my kiln project like 6 years ago that didn't succeed, so I knew how hard that was. So when he started one, I was like, I want to help
Yeah.
make it happen, because, yeah.
87
Definitely helps out.
people are watching.
87 people. Oh yeah, here. You can put some wood in, and I will
Yeah. I'll put some wood in.
Can I
bring
put
the...
some wood in?
Not right now, but here that he's pulling from. And See all the pots in there. You can see some of the fire down there in the bottom.
Oh, my favorite.
Oh yeah, on the door also, we got people's signatures. We got my signature and number 4 for the number 4 firing. Samuel is a guy that helps out with it's his. There's John, and then Justice put his handprint in the clamming on the door when we. Is that we put up is basically a temporary mortar that we put on the door when we finish bricking up the door, and it's really wet when we put it on. And then it dries. It just helps seal off the door so that we keep as much heat in there as possible during the firing. So, other than at the bottom there, of course, that's air intake for the fire because it has to have oxygen to burn. So.
Sound is good, but the picture is fuzzy.
You mean the
Yeah.
I can't breathe?
Yeah, Gene said he wanted to see more of you, Danielle. Yeah, she looks better than we do. I will agree with that. We are at 11, almost 1100 degrees. It dropped down just a little bit.
So what would happen if you didn't like seal? Like, what's the reason that you need to seal that?
It just helps because all those bricks are in there less tightly than all of these.
Oh.
And so you just lose a lot of heat. And especially on the top later on, there'd be like flames shooting out of the top. And, yeah. We just want to seal it off really well. All right, I turned the Wi-Fi back on. I do have a Wi-Fi extender for the a couple people that said that. But I may need to get a better one.
We're still getting comments.
Yeah. Central Florida, Kathy, welcome. All right, Daryl, good to see you, buddy.
How do you source your wood? Where do you get all the wood?
I get wood from multiple sources. I have a local guy who does tree service work where I get a lot of the hardwood. Another local company uses this poplar, the small strips we're putting in, and I get that leftovers. And then the pine strips that I've got, I get those from a truss manufacturer, and this is all their leftovers, or coals, seconds. We'll put it in reduction about 1500 degrees. How many pieces are in this kiln? That's a good question, and John and I had a great idea. Stay tuned because on both of our Instagrams, we're gonna put up a quiz and we're gonna count when we unload how many pieces were in here, and whoever gets closest on my channel and his, so you'll have to comment on the post and like it, and then whoever gets closest to the number of pots that are in here, we're each gonna give away a piece to the person that gets closest. So
Yep.
that'll be fun. So yeah, we don't know how many are in there, but it's a lot. I'm not even gonna give any guesses because then you would have an unfair advantage.
Right.
It's probably on the video now.
Picture is much better. All right, thank you.
Perfect.
San Diego's here. Patty, welcome. Pots and paints, we fire for a total of about close to 40 hours. So not as long as some wood firings, but it's still a decent amount of time. Hey Kyle, you just did your first wood firing last weekend. That's awesome.
Did John ride his bike?
It's funny when I looked at how long it would take me to get here. You know, you can look at the car versus walk or whatever, and it said I think it said 16 days or
16
something
days.
to bike here. Was that right, or was it 5? I can't remember, but no, I did not bike.
No.
I drove a car.
Yeah, he rode his bike and flew his drone behind him the whole way.
That would be pretty epic.
Thank you, Oneida.
Onita Shark. She was a
Onita Shark.
Kickstarter. She
Really?
has a glazed combination named after her because of my Kickstarter.
You go. Well, thank you for the super
Mommy,
chat.
I'm watching the fire.
Do you have a video of a partial loading? Oh, we have video of loading. Trust me.
I've been videoing a ton. Flying the drone, One of the guys has a 360 camera that we've been using to get some cool stuff. So there's gonna be some epic videos coming.
Yes, definitely. Oh, we need to put wood in.
Let's do it.
It's pretty easy to change the atmosphere once we get enough temperature. So in the chimney, I have active dampers, which are big metal plates that go, 2 of them that go into the chimney that can cut off the amount of volume that the chimney has to suck air. And then I also have passive dampers, which are holes that are in the chimney that, for most of the firing, just have bricks that fill those holes. And then at different parts of the firing, I will pull one or both of those bricks out. And what that does is it doesn't change the amount of air that's going up the chimney or out, that how much draw it has, but it'll just change where that air comes from. So it'll pull a little bit of the air from outside of the kiln right into the chimney, and it leaves a little bit more of that hot air in the wear chamber. But you can't leave those out all the time, because as you're climbing, you want that airflow to help climb. So. Thank you, Joan. Thank you, Mummet. Welcome. Yeah, give us a shout out of where people are from. That'd be cool to know.
Daddy.
Yep.
Daddy, can I put wood in?
So at this point, the difference between using this wood versus that wood versus this wood, are you just trying to do a variety?
Yeah, just do a variety right
Like,
now.
not like it matters, one burns better, faster.
Well, this is all pine, so it will burn faster, and it's good and dry. I'm just mixing it up to conserve a little bit more of the hardwood.
When it conserves some of
Yeah.
that.
There goes my light. Woo!
Oh, fuck.
No, it's okay.
Nova Scotia, Iowa, New
What?
Zealand,
You
Spain,
can't say
Rochester,
that.
wow. Bahamas, Connecticut.
At least
Sweet.
the chair
May the
saved
kiln
it.
gods be with you. Thanks everybody for watching. Wow, 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 wow.
Sorry, we had a light failure. Cincinnati, Ohio.
There's a bunch. New Zealand,
Maine,
Spain.
Canada. New Jersey. Sunny central New Jersey. Is that a joke or is it really sunny? Yeah, David, Mount Holly. David is one of the ones helped us load and fire. He's going to be here to take over at 6 p.m. Scotland. Welcome.
I've got Minnesota. Minnesota, Scotland.
Sweet.
Nice.
Yeah.
We have a Minnesota,
Oh,
Houston,
nice.
Texas, Syracuse, Austin, Texas, Saludos, Nova Scotia. Sweet. This is awesome. Yeah, you might have to stay up. Well, yeah, New Zealand, you're definitely, I think, what, like 17 hours ahead of us, I believe it is. Shreveport, Louisiana, Netherlands.
Quebec.
Somebody else says, I can't believe the Insanity mug came in second.
I can't believe it either. I cannot believe it. But now I'll make a bunch of that other one. There must be a lot of people that really like that pink and purple and
That's right.
faceted. I mean, I'll keep making Insanity too. I'm
Dave-
actually kind of happy I don't have to make so many of the Insanity. They're way harder than the
Yeah,
other
that's true.
ones, so.
Yeah, he said next year he may have to put some wood-fired ones in the
Yeah.
March Madness.
Yeah.
But then I said, well, if you don't have your own wood kiln, then you'll have to come back here or send them here for me to fire. And
Yeah. Which I already sent.
if it won,
I
that is.
sent like 30. Yeah. Yeah, that would be interesting to see how that matches up versus my other ones.
Yeah.
I'll have to do an April mug madness too. Not doing that again. That was a lot of work.
Yeah.
Not the fun kind of work like loading wood into kiln.
Yeah.
Should I keep loading?
It's going up. Hold on. Yeah.
Sweet tea. Haven't had any sweet tea yet. David said he has a dozen Krispy Kreme donuts, so we'll be snacking on that later. Look at this. Can I? Alexa said it's barbecue night, Matthew.
Oh yeah. Barbecue night.
Hopefully you can come.
Thank you for reminding me.
Well, she actually texted you now.
Oh, Texas. Okay. Huh.
But that's where I'm staying. I'm staying at their place.
Well, we know where John's getting his North Carolina barbecue now. And when?
So they do a barbecue night, like just at their
No,
place.
they just having a food truck come.
Oh, cool.
And I went last Friday. It's like, whoop, wrong Friday.
Oh, you thought it was last Friday?
Yeah, there was a post. I thought it was last Friday.
11:08. All right, now it's going down.
Hey, Jason, welcome. Kelly, hey. You should do a Matt and John mug madness next year.
I actually thought about having other potters like put together their 16, you know,
Yeah.
and so then you would take a quarter of the bracket.
Yeah, yeah.
And so then your winner of your best 16 would go against another, like, you know, I
Yeah.
would do 16, you do 16, like, that'd be kind of fun. You have to find people that are pretty confident in there.
Yeah.
You know? Because if you lose, you know, your winning mug loses like 80-20 or something, that's kind of a little ego hit there. But
Yeah.
it'd be kind of fun. Maybe I'll do one like, maybe I'll do it at a different time of year, like October or something.
Yeah. This is not John's first time in North Carolina. He actually came to Seagrove like 7 years ago.
Yeah. Came to Seagrove before I was John the Potter. Before I was, you know, much of a good potter.
His name was Joe then. And he changed it to John.
Yeah, it was really cool. And you weren't even Matthew Kelly pottery back then. You were throwing pots for other
Yeah.
people.
Yep. So he wouldn't have even known to see me then. So.
Yeah. My only hole in one in golf is in North Carolina too. That's like Seagrove trip and golf trip. Then I made a hole in one. And I've golfed about 10,000 times more in Minnesota than I have anywhere else. But my one hole in one is in North Carolina. I played 3 rounds of golf in North Carolina in my life.
One on that hole.
One of them was a hole.
That's pretty amazing.
Mommy, are you watching the fire?
So now we're at 11:22, still climbing. So I have, and then the back, I have 2 parameters in the top. The back temperature right now is 904. That's what that bottom number is. 905.
Well, that was Hobble Creek Tyler. She
Yeah.
comments a lot.
Justice, don't hit anybody.
This is my sword.
Oh, your sword. Oh my
So
goodness.
this is my katana.
Oh, hey, no. Let's not do that. Hey, let me have it.
Oh, I want to put a piece here.
So, how fast do you think we could get, like, if we wanted to, like, get this thing up to, like, 2,000 degrees, could we do it in, like, an hour? Like, if we just, like, continually stoke it?
I don't know about an hour, but you could do it in a couple hours for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a a point of diminishing returns on just putting a ton of wood in, because at some point, you don't have enough air circulating around the wood. Now, if we used pine, you probably could, because it could burn a lot faster. Like, we could rocket it up pretty quick.
Yeah.
So, but with the hardwood, it burns slower and more even, which is better for early part of the firing. Yeah, just the hardwood ash is usually looks better on the pieces too, so that's why we use hardwood for most of the firing. You get a nice green ash look on the pieces from the hardwood. What time is it now anyway?
127.
127, all right, cool. We're about there.
We're kind of
20
back
more
on
degrees.
track, huh? You gotta kind of stoke it pretty frequently.
Yeah, stay on top of it, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, now it's going down again, so.
Yeah, go ahead and, we started with a campfire last night at 10 p.m. John and I were just sitting out here. Actually, Justice helped us start the fire too. And we did a campfire until midnight when a help showed up and just held it at like 200 to 300 degrees all night long. And then, yeah, so it's been going since 10 o'clock last night. And we will finish probably 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. So somebody has to be here doing what we're doing, more or less, depending on the part of the firing, that whole time.
So awesome when you like load it in, you start to hear it crackle up. Like,
Somebody said that.
awesome. Kid, would you just make sweet tea here? Yeah. Yeah, I would drink some sweet tea.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask. We're definitely paying attention to the fire, but there you go. There's the question of the hour.
What is it? Are you going to build a wood kiln? That has been on my mind a lot.
Oh, Paris is here, hey.
I think so. I think I will. I mean, it might not be in the next like 6 months, but in the next 6 years, for sure. Yeah, I feel like to make a project like this successful, it has to be a long-term thinking, not necessarily like, I mean, like,
Yeah, it takes a while. Get everything together. Like, yeah, John probably won't build a kiln quite this size, but maybe he does. But either way, yeah.
yeah.
Good thing is we talked yesterday, Smith Sharp is a brick manufacturer that's right in like 30 minutes from where he lives, so he can get all his material like
Yeah.
locally.
And I already talked to them about it, and they're willing to give me a really good deal and like willing to help me out. So and I got there's a couple Potter friends of mine that are in the area too that would help me out, and I know like my family and friends would all dig it. So we're not going to be streaming live the entire time. We are probably going to cut this off around an hour. Maybe I'll set my phone up and do a live stream on my channel too, just see how it goes. I haven't done a live stream on mine in a long time, but it's also, Matthew's just talked a lot about, we got to focus on the fire too. Like if we do too many things like live streams and posts and all that stuff, then you kind of lose temperature. And
Yeah, I'll probably, well, I'm thinking about it, maybe because the most exciting part of the firing will be tomorrow. So I probably won't be able to talk like hardly at all, but I probably will I'll set up my camera in the background and at least do a little bit of a live stream, because it'll be the most intense part of the firing and it'll be the most exciting to see. So we'll do something like that tomorrow morning. It'll probably be early tomorrow morning, so you're looking at, maybe like 8 a.m. or something like that, 7 or 8 a.m.
do you ever do live Instagrams?
I don't.
Are you pleased with the size of your kiln? Any changes you would make?
No, I'm pretty happy with it, because if it was much smaller, I wouldn't have as much space to give to people, and if it was much bigger, it would be that much harder to fill. So I'm pretty happy with the size of what it is. So, yeah, I've thought a few times I wish I had a smaller wood kiln that I could fire more often, but then I'd be like, oh, because honestly, if the kiln was half this size, it would take a similar amount of wood, and you still have a lot of effort into firing, and so
yeah, that's why.
it's bang for your buck kind of idea.
that's certainly yes for me. That's why I'm here. Someone asked, have you both been inspired to different things, looking at each other's work in person? Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, I haven't seen a whole lot of his work in person, so I have a mug from his Kickstarter.
Oh, it was here this morning. He was drinking out of it.
Yeah, Danielle took it inside to wash it. So I don't fire anything in an electric kiln, but I actually was inspired by some of the glazes. So Mako sent me glazes that we're trying in here, and we're also going to fire, while John's here, we're going to fire my gas kiln. And so we're going to try Mako glazes in cone 1011 gas reduction. So yeah, there's more content than even this that's going to come out of this. It's crazy. We're just trying to cram it all in. Yeah, wood firing is it takes a while for the learning curve for sure. Like it's, you fire multiple styles of wood kilns. So yeah, here's the JTP mug that I have from his Kickstarter. Northern Lights. And I actually asked him, I sent him a message, I'm like, could I get the Minnesota logo with the trees? Like, that's what I wanted, so, yeah. The stacking space, Adam, is probably about, I think, my rough estimate was around 150 cubic feet. I think that's what if I remember correctly. Yeah, there's fast fire kilns. That we talked about all kinds of wood kilns. I've never heard of a philosopher's kiln, but there are all kinds of wood kilns. You can fire a lot quicker than this as well. But
what am I expecting from this wood kiln? Yeah, I mean, a lot of my pots are going to come out looking like Matt's because I glaze them similarly to him. I did glaze some at home, and after I glazed them, I bisqued them again so the glaze would adhere to the pot really well and sent them here. And then Matt forgot to put them in, so then we put them in when I got here. But those will be interesting because there are similar glazes that I do in my electric kiln to cone 7 or 8 or whatever, and then it'll be interesting to see what they look like here because they'll look totally different than they do in my electric, and they'll look totally different than your stuff probably.
yeah.
But I really have no idea, so that's the most fun part.
Did we lose a little bit?
We did. I just put 7 pieces in. It's kind of going up now. Oh yeah, 1 But we need 95 degrees in the next half an hour. It's nice to have those every hour you got to be there. And so if it's 100 degrees an hour, then you're thinking 50 degrees every 30 minutes. What else you guys got? Any more questions? The UK, someone uses my mug on the daily. Someone asked about the COVID situation where we are. I have been vaccinated, so that makes me feel good. Mocha Monkey is a food retail location which made me eligible to get the vaccine in Minnesota. And I don't know much about the COVID situation in North Carolina. Where'd you source the brick from? Look at that smoke.
Yeah. I have multiple sources for the brick. So some from Larkin Manufacturing in Georgia. Some from local places here that had access to brick. And just pretty much anywhere I could get them. So. Yeah, if anybody needs any brick, yeah, definitely Smith Sharp in Minnesota and then Larkin Refractory in Georgia are 2 places that are right outside of Atlanta, I believe.
Oh, were there NCAA games yesterday?
Yeah, this is all hard brick. Other than there's soft brick as a base underneath the floor of the kiln as an insulating layer in between either that and the concrete or that and the cinder block. Because there's a step up in the kiln. The firebox is pretty much that floor you see right there, and then it steps up 18 inches or 16 inches, and then there's the wear floor. Yeah, John actually got high fire clay from Continental Clay.
Yep.
Went there and got high fire clay just to make pieces for this firing. So
I actually got 3 different kinds of clay from them. all which they kind of recommended that would go well. And I used different clay to put in the back of the kiln than in the front, because the front, like closest to us, gets to cone 13, and the back only will get to like cone 11 or
11,
something.
12, yeah.
So I kind of thought a lot about it, but I really have no idea, you know. So I just took both what Matthew said and what kind of Clay said about where to put stuff and how to put stuff, and then I documented it very well, which is super unlike me. Like I have in my notebook, I have each piece written down with a number on the bottom in my notebook of either how I glazed it, which clay it's in.
Yeah.
So.
And then all of his pots have that number on the bottom, which some of them, the ones closer to the front, you probably won't be able to read. You may not be able to read that number when it comes out, but some of them you will. And then the ones in the back, you'll be able to read that number pretty well. Thank you, Mary. We're glad to have you here.
Got 100 live streamers.
100 viewers, 101, just surpassed as soon as you said that. 11:45 now in temperature, so maybe before he stokes next time, I'll take a Lego skill, a Lego kiln scale model. Oh, retracted message. It said something like that.
What did they say?
Why won't you be able to read that? Oh, okay. The pots in the front, because it gets so hot, and that's where we put all the salt, is in the front of the kiln, and the wood ash, all of that will just sometimes coat the bottom of the pot so much that it's hard to read even my signature sometimes. So it's just the amount of heat and wood ash, and Mako glazes, Jared, they told me they have tested them all to cone 10, and they have had glazes that in wood kilns, which most wood kilns go to like 11, 12. And so we're going to find out, because I've got a couple Mako glazes like right up front. So, you know, it is, you know, we'll see. Yeah, I'll be doing I do online sales through my website now instead of Etsy, and I'll be doing another online sale the end of April. So if you go to my website, MatthewKellyPottery.com, you can actually see all of my firing dates and all of my online sale dates for the year. At least they might change slightly, but.
Everyone that's in the live stream will now be in a YouTube video.
Wow, look at you guys. Too bad nobody commented right there. Then it would have been like,
I know,
oh,
they
look,
would've-
there's my comment.
Anyone wants a shout out, they just gotta comment for the next 30 seconds.
All right, let's see. Yeah, John is considering buying or building a wood kiln. Yeah, we're making history today. That's right. 2 potters, 2 YouTubers making firing a wood kiln together. Penland School. I'm not sure exactly how far where Penland is, how far it is from me, but it's a couple hours, 2 to 3 hours from my guesstimate. Never been there. Well, Brad, welcome. Hey, we're all learning, Brad. That's trust me. I learned stuff like yesterday, you know, so.
I've learned like so many things since I've been here.
Yeah, my online sale for this firing will be the end of April, because I'm going to have my in-person sale in the middle of April, and I really want to give preference to those people that are willing, that are close enough and will come in person. There's plenty of pots in here, so don't worry. There's going to be pots left over, so my online sale. There'll be some good ones. I'll probably save a few that I'm going to just sell online. That way I got a few like that I'm like really like that I can offer to you guys. So
I have a hard time
Uruguay,
selling all this
welcome. Yeah, John's gonna stay through the unloading, help unload, and then head home with all of his pots. No, we actually didn't make any pieces together. Actually, that was my first idea with
Yeah.
John, collaboration, was like, hey, what if I throw a piece, send it to you, you glaze it and finish it, and then you do the same with me, and we both make a video out of it. So, yeah, we just didn't have time to do that for this because he just came down as we were loading. and then firing. So I guess we could have done that for the gas kiln.
Yeah.
It's been so much
Can't do
going on.
everything.
Yeah, no, we can't. Let's see. Oh yeah, trust me, Mom. The 360 camera, we got some sweet video already. You're once we put it together, it's hey Chloe, there's my niece. Watching from England, welcome.
Unloading on Tuesday, so today is Friday. So tomorrow will get top temp. Tuesday will be the unload day.
Yep.
Can't wait to see it. Me neither. It's gonna be so fun. It's gonna be the best kiln unloading ever. I know I've probably said that before to like 4 different kilns on my channel, but this one really will be the best one ever.
All right, here, I'm gonna take you guys up here to see inside the kiln.
Ready? Wood goes in. That's like that shift tonight for David and wait, who's doing Seth? Who's doing the
Seth,
overnight?
yeah, that's the hard one. It really is.
So will David? So David's tonight from 6 p.m. to midnight.
Yep.
And his job will mostly be to keep it at the same
No,
temperature.
climb.
Oh, he's got to climb. Wow.
Yeah.
At 100 an hour.
Yeah.
So he'll keep climbing from when we're done,
All the way
100
to
an hour, all the way to
2200.
midnight.
Yeah.
So once he gets to 22, because like even like just keeping it the same, you don't load for like 5 minutes and you're gonna go down.
Yeah.
You know? Oh, that's
You can put that in. It's fine. Oh, I think I made it crooked when I was adjusting. There we go. That's better. Greetings from Hamburg, Germany. Welcome. Audio's great. Thanks, Chloe.
concrete, like the concrete
Yeah,
pad.
there's a couple cracks in it. It's either from the heat or just the weight or just settling, you know. So there's a lot of weight on this concrete pad for sure, just from the kiln itself. So
Is there an insulated brick on the bottom whole thing?
yeah,
Like,
well,
how-
not
how
underneath the
thick?
block, but just one layer of soft brick, and then the floor. But yeah, there you can see the crack right over there from with the firebox. Yeah, John, he'll have enough room to take everything home for sure.
I brought a little car though, little sedan. My wife's Toyota Corolla that she's had since she got some good gas mileage. It cost me like less than $100 in gas to drive here. I figured it out.
Yeah, Joan, the pots are literally like right behind the fire. The firebox is about 5 foot deep, and then right after that, it's like a 16-inch climb to the wear floor, and then the pots are like right there, the first set of pots. So yeah, they're really close. Concrete pad is like 6 inches thick of like 5,000 PSI concrete with like fiberglass fiber in it. It's like the best you can get, so.
Okay, no wait, I want to take another picture.
No, I don't really. Yeah, I don't really. I mean, I have an idea of how much wood goes in, but I don't really count it to like get an exact. I'm just not that detailed. Hey, Carolina Clay, welcome.
You're pretty detailed.
I'm pretty detailed, but like when certain things like. Yeah, I probably should like really pay attention because I get stressed more like oh crap, I don't want to run out of wood, so.
Well, and I mean, the thing that was stressing you out for this kiln was not having, first it was not having enough pots, and then it was having too many pots. And so if you just kind of knew like, oh, our average pot out of this kiln is X,
Yeah.
then you could count your pots and be like, okay, we're gonna be around the right. That'd probably relieve a little stress.
It would. Yeah. Yeah, the fire crackling is nice. Trust me, John and I were sitting here at the campfire last night after loading all day, and we were both like about to go down because we had, he drove the whole day before and only slept for like 4 or 5 hours,
Yeah.
and yeah, it was a long day yesterday. So, all right,
Matt's got a lot of help though, which is super nice. Like everyone hit yesterday, and then having, like this is really the only shift besides the last one.
yeah, there are lakes nearby, but I don't have a boat or a
It's all right.
wakeboard. He'll have to come back and we'll do that.
Yeah, if it was the middle of July, it would have been tough for me to take a week away from the Minnesota summer, but it's a good time. Still frozen lakes in Minnesota. Can't get on them yet.
Let's see.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Miko glazes are going to be fun.
It's
I'm
gonna be
excited.
interesting. Yeah, who knows? Let's see. Oh yeah, they looked farther back. We'll have some cool shots of actually cameras going in the firebox from early on in the firing. So Belgium is here. Welcome, Marmon. Hi from Montana. Okay, Barb, yeah, different effects from the wood firing versus electric or gas. Well, in a wood firing, you get the natural wood ash that goes throughout the kiln during the firing. Usually fire a little hotter. I'm doing salt glaze as well. So there's a lot of factors in that. I still get a reduction atmosphere throughout some of the kiln. It's not as controlled as in my gas kiln. Yeah, I mean, there are people that would fire like earthenware as well, but the natural wood ash that you see, let's see. So yeah, it's mainly from the wood ash and the salt, and the way that affects the glazes differently throughout the whole firing, or with the finished product. So it's a lot of difference. It's kind of hard to name them all, but yeah, there's several things that are different. I price mine differently, probably more based on just the complexity of the piece. I mean, being wood fired, I mean, there is a whole lot more goes into this than gas or electric, but yeah, Gene, that fire crackling is so nice.
It's 10 till, 150. We're gonna go till 2, you think, or you wanna go for an hour? Like I said, it's about the same.
Yeah, we'll probably go for about an hour, and then we're gonna eat some lunch. We haven't eaten lunch yet. Maybe we'll bring you back later, but for sure I'll do a live stream tomorrow morning. But I'll plan it ahead of time, so if you follow me on YouTube and if you get the notifications, I'll schedule it ahead of time. And I think with scheduling ahead of time, you can actually click on a thing to be notified when we go live, or like, put it on your calendar, that kind of thing. So we may bring you back tonight because it'll look pretty cool. It'll be really bright tonight. But for sure, we'll set it up tomorrow. Like I said, I won't be able to talk very much, but I'll set it up and you can watch a little bit tomorrow. So we'll see. Just stay tuned.
Should I do one on my channel?
Yeah, we could. We could do one on your channel.
Like at 5 today? Like in 3 hours?
Or maybe wait until after
After David
takes over. Well, we'll see. We'll talk about it in a little bit. Anyway, but yeah, maybe John will do a live stream on his YouTube channel later today.
I haven't done live streaming in years, so it'll be fun.
There we go.
See how it goes. If there's any time to do a live stream, it would be for this. So
That's true. Actually, I think Danielle's gonna order the food, so maybe we'll just keep going until the food comes.
170, we are right on track.
Sweet. You're welcome, Rhea. Yeah, it is quite the task, so.
What kind of wood is this?
That's poplar. So I have some poplar wood from a local wood shop, and I get that for free, which is nice. Reclaiming a whole bunch of wood and making beautiful pots out of it. Hey, Julia, it'll take a total of about 40 hours of firing and then about 2 days of cooling down. Takes about 2 days to load it, 2 months to make all the pots. A lot, yeah. Yeah, definitely, Nick. It definitely matters what kind of clay we use. He asked, what kind of clay? Does it matter what kind of clay you use? Definitely want to use a high temperature clay because we're getting to cone 13 in the front, cone like 11 to 12 in the back. So if you didn't use a high enough temperature clay, it'd be bad. Yeah, Jared, I definitely have volunteers that come help. I can't have too many people, but if you're close by and want to send me a message, we'll talk about it. Yeah, nighttime firing is really cool because it just looks so much better all the way around.
Crazy.
Oh, look at that. Danielle, I'm getting lunch, brewing sweet tea. I said that to myself. How did I do that?
You can comment on your own video.
That's
like,
right.
While you're live streaming. That's talent right there.
Yeah, Danielle's also a moderator, so if anybody says anything out of line, she'll just drop the ban hammer and just, get rid of people. Comments. What's that in the mud? Did you do Yeah, we did signatures on the door. After we finished putting the door up, there's my signature there, and number 4, there's SAS is for Samuel Shug. He is a guy who's helped me several times, Woodfire. Oh, sorry, lost you there for a second when I moved the camera. I hope we're back now. Yeah, we'll be firing the gas kiln as the wood kiln cools down. And yeah, we'll unload it probably Monday or Tuesday after the wood kiln. We'll unload it sometime before he leaves, so yeah. King of multitasking. I don't know about that. If I wouldn't be talking nearly as much if he wasn't here.
Yeah, usually these shifts are just one person, so the fact that we get 2.
8 in the back.
Oh, we're like way.
Yeah, we passed it.
We passed it. We're above. All right, we can chill for like 30 seconds. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, 30 seconds is not it. Hey, RM, welcome.
Firing schedule. Anybody else? I think I asked you that already. but-
No, the guy that I used to fire with, Joseph Sand, he fired mostly greenware, so he would only go up like 50 degrees an hour. I do everything bisquare, so I just figured I could go up 100 degrees an hour. And
Yeah, and it's worked.
what I kind of did is I realized what time I wanted to kind of finish, and so then I just backed up,
Yeah.
just reverse engineered it. Tracy, good. Thanks for being here. Glad you enjoy it. Yeah, definitely, Kate. Yeah, you have to cool down. Certain kilns can cool faster. My gas kiln, you can open it up like 16 hours after you finish firing because it just cools quicker and it's still safe, But there's so much, the bricks the kiln's made out of, all the pots, so much heat retained in all that material that it takes that long to cool down. And even when we do unload, the kiln will only be 200 degrees air temperature inside, but the ember, the ashes that are left in this firebox, there'll still be red embers underneath the surface of that, which makes sense because you could just have a bonfire outside, not even contain it. It's not getting nearly as hot, and the next morning you get up and
Still hot.
yeah, it could just reignite, you know. So it makes sense, you know. If I let it cool for another day or two, it might, but I just too eager to get in there and see the pots. Yeah, it's a long drive from New Zealand to come help. Yeah, that's true.
I don't even know if I would do that. This is like Marvel superheroes joining forces in the same movie.
No, he's
Exactly like.
he's the only one that brought the guns to the show. My superhero power, what it would be.
He'd make it giant pots.
Yeah.
Oh, now we're going down.
Yeah, we've been hiding. We've been hiding. We've been talking too much. Hello from South Africa. Welcome. We probably won't do any throwing videos together, but we're gonna do some other stuff, hanging out. So yeah, there'll be more videos than just even this. So, because we're gonna be hanging out for a couple, yeah, like 2 days while this thing cools down. So. Yeah, I bisque in my Vicky. Do I bisque in electric before wood firing? I do an electric and my gas kiln. I bisque fire in both before wood firing. Yeah. Yeah, RM, I understand. John and I were talking about how, like, if there's something that you, like, really want to do, you can find a million things to do, like, at the same, you're like, like, I could go if I'm, like, into something, I can go all day without eating. But if I'm doing something I really don't want to do, I get hungry in a heartbeat. Jeff, you're welcome.
Greensboro.
Yeah, you're close.
You know Jeff?
I don't think. I may. Do I know you, Jeff? Sorry.
I kind of like a video of you doing that. That's sweet. You gotta do that in slow-mo. When you do that, when you're going in there and out, will that help it get heat?
Yeah,
More heat?
it moves around the embers so that it can burn more. It can burn better, more evenly. I don't know him yet, he says, not yet. So I guess he can tell the future.
I'm glad I was able to make the trip too.
Yeah.
Thanks to my family. It's really the MVPs of this trip.
Yeah, it's just to stir up the ashes into the air and to move those embers around so they can burn more efficiently in the firebox. You want to say hey? Here's Jocelyn. She's my little artist. She's pretty good.
Here, this is super meta.
Oh man. That's right. Picture in a picture in a picture.
Probably have all the help you wanted to do the contest.
Yeah, I'm actually thinking about COVID kind of stopped the plans, but I was actually already starting to think about doing a wood-fired workshop. So that's something I may work towards in the future.
You could do a wood firing building workshop and just come do it in Minnesota.
There we go. We're gonna build a wood kiln, do a wood kiln building workshop in Minnesota,
Yeah.
and a wood fire workshop here, and maybe in Minnesota. I don't know. You purposely ruined a vase to see if you could save it like me. Oh yeah, that's a hard one, Vicky. Yeah. Thank you, Wild Picks. Yeah, I definitely like to. Good handle is, I mean, that's crucial to a mug. So, yeah, I definitely put time into my handles. Well, I think we're probably going to wrap it up here so that we can eat some lunch, and then. Hey, check with Danielle, see if she's getting the food or we.
Hi. Good, how are you?
Okay. We'll keep going for another like 10 minutes until the food gets here.
I'm John. Good to meet you.
Oh yeah, Jocelyn's animal figures are not in the wood kiln. She wanted to hand paint them, so we're just gonna glaze temperature fire them, and then she's gonna hand paint them. So, hey Natalie, yeah, I have 20-ounce mugs in here. Are you the one that ordered the 20-ounce belly mug? If you are, it's in here.
How's it going?
Hey dude.
I'm John.
Good to meet you. Nice to meet
Good to
you.
meet you.
Sorry to hear that, Kate.
Yeah? Doing a little live stream on the.
That's right.
How you doing?
Long time no see. No.
How's the fire going?
Really well. My first part-time apprentice showed up. Camden Snyder, who's in a, started working with me. You were what, 16, 17?
16.
Yeah, man. Way better than I was at pottery at 16. So I kept on telling him, like, dude, if you want to do this for a living, you got a great start. Now in college, doing it there.
Yeah, keeping up with it.
Check him out on Instagram. Cam Pottery.
Yeah, pottery.
Where are you at college now?
App State.
Nice.
Yeah.
I just said, they just made that NCAA basketball tournament, didn't they?
Yeah, well, they played like an entry game and they lost, but
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Carter. Welcome.
won the conference. It was like the first time in 20 years they won the conference.
So that's probably one of the, they probably haven't been determined very often. I think. Yeah.
Last time they made it was like 99 or something like that.
Yeah, Brenda, how much wood for a firing? I'm not really sure. I mean, you can see this behind John there, that stack here is all hardwood, and we'll probably use most of that. And then the stack behind that, that's pine slabs. So I kind of get a gauge on just looking at the stack. I don't know like cords and all that kind of thing as far as a number, but I just kind of get a gauge. Yeah, wood firing is awesome. If I didn't do it anymore, I would miss it. Firing will take about 40 hours.
Time don't start last night.
Yeah, about 10 o'clock last night. We just campfired all the way till like 5, and then started going up 100 degrees an hour. And yeah, did you help with the second one too? Or just
I
the
helped
first
with the
one?
second one.
Yeah.
I helped out. I didn't have any pots in that one.
Yeah. Yeah, the results on that one were so much better than the first one.
Yeah, you used the darker clay. What was it?
Oak medium,
Medium? Yeah.
but also the way we fired,
Yeah.
and the last firing was great, so it's.
I remember the first one, but the second one was a lot smoother.
Yeah. Of course, the second one I held way too long, at 22 months, I remember it was like 12 hours.
The second
Held it for 12 hours?
Yeah, I think it was, yeah, the second one.
Yeah, because we were talking. I remember talking about that because I came in the. What did I help a little bit in that morning and then all through the last day.
Yeah,
I remember that we were at 20 months.
yeah. I do 6-hour holes now at 22 to 2300, so.
I remember that's what Ben was doing a little bit, and I was like,
Oh, it's so long, it burns so much wood.
I miss the wood kiln. I had to come down here and see it.
You come fire
I
again,
had
man.
to. Yeah, I should have brought the pots down. I
Yeah.
had a bunch made, but no
Yeah.
way around it.
We'll fire again in, July,
Like a hot one.
the weekend after the 4th, yeah.
Last time I wood fired was my kiln over the summer.
Oh, yeah. Have you fired it again since the first one?
No, I wanted to do it over winter break, but I never had time to. I just didn't have enough stuff made.
Yeah.
Plus, I was still getting my shelter done over it. Hey, how are you? It's been a while, is what I told Matthew.
Yeah, Michael, I sent you a message back. I really appreciate the gift of the tape dispenser and the tape. I was like literally like a day away from ordering a paper tape dispenser that John recommended to me. That like he told me, he's like, this paper tape revolutionized my pack. All right, sorry, disconnected there for a second. Somebody stays up all night to feed the fire, yes. Not always the same person. Yeah, the kiln's holding up really well, so. Hey, I think we're gonna go ahead and end it because, yeah, food's gonna be here in just a couple minutes. We'll probably do, like I said, live stream on John's channel a little bit later tonight, and then do another one tomorrow morning on my channel, so.
Cool.
Thank
That
you,
was fun.
guys.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Appreciate you being here, and stay tuned for a lot of video content.
Yeah.
We're gonna have way too much, but it's all good.
Never too much.
Thank you guys so much.
Good job, guys.
See you later.